Ava. And, I mean, you're probably wondering why the title is 2/2/25, 10:22 p.m. And it's because on that day, at that time, we had to put Ginger down. For those of you who are new here, I had a dog named Ginger. I posted her a lot on my shorts, and I've talked about her a lot. She's my little Yorkie, the little rescue. And we had to put her down. As of talking about this, it's the 3rd, and it's crazy to think that this whole thing happened yesterday. It's so weird not having her around. Anyway, she had, her kidneys were failing, and she was walking weirdly, like she was drunk or drugged, and my mom had to pick her up and take her outside and pick her up to get her to eat food, because she wouldn't eat these past few weeks. She just wouldn't eat, and something told me that it was a bad sign. I knew it was a bad sign. Dogs and people, they just don't eat when they know that their time's almost up. And yesterday, my mom took her to the vet at around 2 p.m. and I was babysitting my brothers. My dad came home. So I wasn't babysitting my brothers. My dad was home, and he was working. He was in his room working, and I was helping out doing the dishes. And then he came out from his room, and he was like, "Your mom's still at the vet, but it's not looking good." And I knew that was probably going to be our last day with her, just from that. And I physically couldn't finish doing the dishes. So, eventually I powered through it. I tried to finish doing the dishes, but I kept crying because I knew something was wrong. And then, my dad came out again, and he was like, "Get your clothes on, because your mother's coming to pick you up to say goodbye to Ginger." And I was crying hysterically. I called a friend, and I told her it was happening, and her family came over and said goodbye to Ginger. And then my mom and my brothers and I, we went to the vet, back to the vet with Ginger, because my mom, she came home with Ginger so everyone could say goodbye, and then we went back to the vet with Ginger, and we tearfully said how much we love her and how sorry we are, and how she'll be so much happier and she won't be in pain anymore. And at this vet, they leave you in this room to say goodbye, and then they have a little bell right on the side table that you can ring when you're ready. Which, let's be honest, you're never ready for this kind of thing. So after 30 minutes, we ring the bell, and the doctor came in, and gave her the medicine to make her pass out. And she fell asleep with her eyes open. It was weird. And then the doctor gave her the stuff, to make her heart stop. And it was instant. She gave her the heart stuff, and then at February 2nd, 2025, at 10:22 p.m., she broke out the stethoscope and checked Ginger's heart, and she said that she was gone. And now Ginger's stuff is just sitting in the kitchen because she's not here to use it anymore. We gave the rest of her food and medicine to a friend. Well, not her medicine, her treats. Her treats that have good vitamins in them. Gave her food and her treats to another friend, and I've been sleeping all day. I slept last night. I went to sleep at 2 a.m. and then I woke up at like 10 a.m. and then I just went right back to sleep because that's all I can do right now. Just the thought of her not being here anymore, it's just... I'm never gonna hear her little happy claws. I'm never gonna see her happily walk around anymore. And I know this is what was best for her. It was the humane thing to do, to put her down, because if we decided to not go through with it, then like the fluid in her brain, she had fluid in her brain from something going on with her kidneys. If we kept her, then she would have been having seizures, and then everyone would be scared, and then we'd just wake up one day and she'd be gone, and none of us would have been able to say goodbye. Ginger is the first dog I ever got to say goodbye to. And all I could do was just say sorry. My dog is gone, and I can't focus on anything. Like, I can't do my schoolwork. I can't do anything. Our little rescue puppy. We called her Puppy. She wasn't a puppy. She was an old lady, and now she's just gone. But I know that it'll be better if I talk about it. Like when we first got her in 2019, her name was supposed to be Trixie. I remember that. And I hardly remember anything. We were coming home one day from doing something, and at the time I lived with my grandma, and she texted me and was like, I can't wait for you guys to come home and meet Trixie. And I was like, Trixie? Who's Trixie? And I thought that my grandma was getting another roommate while we were living there, and I thought that was weird, but nope. We got a little dog. And My uncle said that her name should be Ginger. Her whole name was Ginger Snap, like her middle name was Snap because she barked. It's so weird. Like, my mom would have to wake up at midnight to take Ginger out to the bathroom or let her eat, but the sound of my mom coming out of her room isn't followed by Ginger's claws anymore. We don't hear her walking around like a happy little girl anymore. She's not gonna come over here and look up at me from the bottom of my bed anymore. I thought it was going to be easy, like how I felt with my Papa Larry. I mean, I loved him, but I knew he was in pain, and I knew that, like, taking him off of the ventilators and stuff was what was best for him, so he wouldn't be suffering anymore. I thought it'd be like that, but it wasn't. I was hysterical, just crying like 3 hours straight of just crying nonstop. I miss her. It's only been a day, but I miss her. I miss her so much. Here's a picture of when we first got her, like the very first day. And here's a picture of when she passed. She's no longer with us in this picture. It's just so surreal. I miss her. Like, all I've been able to do all day was sleep and stare at my walls. I don't know what else to say or do, or I guess it's just bye for a little bit until I can get used to not having my dog around, until I can get used to doing homework again or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore. Bye.
Sit down and hug on her.
We love you.
We didn't push the button yet, I guess. Just not ready to yet, but
We love you.